Hello, this is Daryl at Good Attitude Services 10-foot truck. As you can see, my truck is full to the brim with this stuff's heavy. This is all glass doors, glass windows with aluminum frame, and you got all these tree branches and then all this lumber now. And in the back, here's where the heavy stuff is right there. Real heavy glass, so and it's gonna be not gonna be easy unloading all this stuff. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna see if I can find some good lumber, like that. That's some pretty decent pieces of wood in there that I could use, for projects in my yard. Of course, I'm gonna get rid of all these branches. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sort all this, because I could go. They have it's a more reasonable price to when you dump tree branches and landscaping stuff like that, like organic materials, stuff like the stuff like here. You can put it separately, but it's kind of all mixed together. So maybe I'll pull, this is a nice door frame right here. I might be able to be used. The windows are not gonna bother with that. I don't know anybody who wants those. I'm gonna work on some of this. These are pretty good 2x4. I do need a 4x4. This one's kind of rotted in the end, but I bet you part of it's gonna be good. Those are expensive. Since lumber is so expensive these days, it might be good to sort through this. I don't have any other jobs today, so I think I'll just sort around in here and see what I got. There are some bicycles in the back too that they need to work, but if I can find a decent mountain bike, there are some nice trails around here. I might look into that, but that's way in the front. And then one thing, I made a mistake. I took some tires that have rims that are attached to the rim, and for some reason I thought the transportation took those, but they have a policy now where they don't take those. So I'm gonna have to figure a way to get those tires off the rim somehow. That's not an easy thing to do without one of those tire machines. I only have 4 in there, so it's no big deal, but I'll figure that out. So that's later on. But I think I'm gonna have to go in stages with this one, because if I can unload that this here first, the organic material, the branches, sort out through the lumber, and the last is going to be taking those glass. They're strapped on both sides, so they're kind of like, take everything out, leave these strapped aside for one last run, because I might do those separately, because those are kind of delicate and they're real heavy. I prefer to come back on those because the transfer station is down the street, so it's no big deal to go 2 runs. But there you go, all the way back. It's a full truckload there. It only took about an hour to load, so I'm assuming it's probably gonna take about the same to unload. So it's a 2-hour job. Wasn't that far. It was only 5 or 6 miles away, so the gas wasn't that much. And then I did another small job earlier before that, so I got around $360, minus the fuel, and I'll see what the dump fee is. I'm hoping it's not going to be a full ton, because then that'll be cutting into the profits. But we'll see, because I might be having to up the prices, not because of fuel, just because of the sometimes in the weight gets a little bit like this. I didn't expect that. I mean, I'm curious to see what the weight's going to be, because sometimes I'll fill this whole truck and it'll only be 500,000. When I'm looking at the glass, though, that could add some poundage. I mean, some heavy weight. So, and there's quite a bit of lumber in here. Yeah, it could be a ton. I'm guessing, which is gonna be like $100 or 107 a ton, I think. I'm hoping it's not, because that's a learning lesson for me, because when I saw that there was, I knew when I went there was a truckload, and I was doing the $300 truckload deal, which is already a deal. But then I realized, wait, when it comes into heavy stuff like that, that should be considered, because sometimes you'll do a full truckload and it'll only be like $30 or $40 for the dump fee. But when you get to something like this, I don't know yet, because I'm not, there's no way of knowing what the weight is. I'll see when I get on the scales. I might not go till tomorrow, since I want to do a little sorting in here, and I got to take care of other stuff. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that full truckload, what it looks like. I mean, this one's did all the way to the top, all the way to the front. Sometimes you can't do that, but with these type of branches, you can just load it all the way to the top. Thing about these branches, those are hard to unload. They get stuck and jammed in there, and that's why I probably want to do it in stages, because that could be, it's gonna be a difficult task. But anyway, Good Attitude Services, 10-foot truck.